Okay, everybody, welcome to another episode of Chicano Hollywood BTS. That's right, it's behind the scenes. What we like to do is bring guests and talk about behind the scene moments of projects or music or even skits, comedians, things that they are doing, and get to the nitty gritty of things. Nitty gritty. But hey, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate you guys' support. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, get involved in what we're doing. This podcast is all about you. We want to promote you. We want to get you on the show and promote you. Now, it does have to align of what we're kind of doing, okay? You can't just put anybody on here as well. So I don't want to offend anybody. We don't want to offend anybody, but we want to support everybody, acknowledge everybody. If you have an event, DM us. We'd love to promote your event, on our show. If you are you own a product, you have a business, we'd like to, hey, come on as a sponsor. We can send you some information about becoming a sponsor. Look, there's so many things happening in the Chicano Hollywood community, but you're only going to find out if you go to ChicanoHollywood.com and you follow us on social media, on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. I'm talking, have you downloaded the Roku app yet? That's a huge thing. There is so much content on our app. You got to go right now after this episode, though, and download the Roku app, Chicano Hollywood, and the Apple app, Chicano Hollywood, and look at all the projects that we put on there. There's so many things happening. There's a huge thing happening. It's going on. I have to have my phone for this because it's a lot. But we are having the Chicano Hollywood Film Festival. That's right, Chicano Hollywood Film Festival this year. Okay, so it's happening July 17th through July 20th. All right. And it's going to be at the Cathedral Union in Pomona. So right here in Pomona, California. Now, it's not that far, okay, guys? Just right over the Kellogg Hill, and Pomona's right there. Welcome to Pomona. You're still actually in the San Gabriel Valley, so you're good. So it's going to be the Chicano Hollywood Film Festival. Make sure you guys... Hey, send in your stuff, send in your film, send in anything you guys want. I believe we're doing a bunch of different type of categories and stuff, but it's Chicano Hollywood. We celebrate us. It's going to be a great thing. Johnny has so many ideas for this whole film festival thing, and I'm really excited about it. I can't wait to even get him on here so we could talk a little bit more about it and stuff. But that is going to be on you. Go to ChicanoHollywood.com. Get involved in the Chicano Hollywood Film Festival. I'm telling you, there's a lot of great things happening. But before we get to our guest, I have a really good guest, man. This guy does it all. I mean, oh my God, this guy. I'm kind of nervous to have him on because he has his own podcast, his own radio show. He's a rapper, a musician. I mean, he does a lot of things. And to have him on here, he might start interviewing me. But I'm really excited to have this guy on. And he is Fatell. Fatell, I have to say his name right. Fatell, yes. Fatell, yes. That's his name. But you guys will be able to check him out and stuff. But before we get to our interview, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to go to Bethania as she does the Chicano Spotlight this week. So, hey, I'll be right back.
What's up, guys? I'm Bethania, and for this week's Chicano Spotlight, I want to talk to you guys about a brand new project that we just dropped. So we launched a new web series called Sabrina. It follows a family, a young girl who struggles with the idea of having a quinceañera, but she learns more about the real reason why her family wants her to have one so bad. Now, this was written by Latino, directed by yours truly, and stars an all-Latino cast, including our podcast host, J.R. Escobar. So as soon as you're done watching this episode, go on our YouTube page, a few videos down, and you'll see Sabrina. So check it out.
Okay, everybody, welcome back. And like I said, we have a very special guest. I'm really excited. I am a little nervous because he has his own podcast. He's an artist. He's on the radio. I mean, this guy does it all. He's a promoter. I mean, I don't know, man. The list goes on and on. But we have Fatell in the Chicano Hollywood studio right here in West Covina.
We got hand claps, too. I hear that.
Yes, we have hand claps.
We got hand claps.
Give him a hand clap again. We got to do it louder,
Double
Aiden.
it up.
Come on, Aiden.
Run it back.
Yes.
There it is.
Yes.
Appreciate y'all.
He does the hand clap, so I have to do it in post.
I love it.
No, man, thank you so much for coming on. And where you at? In like LA or something?
Yeah, we're based out of Los Angeles.
Okay.
Right now, we're actually in our new studio in Van Nuys, California. We're in the Valley, and I'm based in the Valley as well. San Fernando.
So you came from the Valley to here?
Yeah.
That's hard, bro. Thank you so much. I really
Bro,
appreciate it.
it's all good,
Some
man.
people don't want to drive that. You know what I mean?
People be complaining about going 5 minutes away, man. But if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Just like the fact that I had to point out that we're both rocking corduroy pants right now, bro.
Yeah. That's dope.
I
didn't
noticed
notice
that right now.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I got the black ones. You got the gray ones.
Hell yeah.
I would have wore Chucks. They would have thought we had an album coming out together or something. JR, we got to watch out. Appreciate you having me, man.
No, I love it, man. I mean, I like I shared with you off camera. I've been following your guys' page, your page, for the longest time. I'm not mad, but I did reach out a long time ago, like I said. But it's all right. It's all right.
For the record, I do not remember, but JR said I ghosted him in some facet, and I like did a response or getting on his old podcast. I don't remember this, but apparently Fatell did that. I'm an a-hole for that. I gotta fix my life. Sorry, JR, my bad, dog.
No, but it was cool.
We're gonna make it right now.
Hey, no, you're doing your thing, man. You're doing your thing. I never take it. That's the thing people have to understand. You don't take it personal. It's just everyone's busy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everybody's busy. Everyone's doing their thing. And this is what I've learned. I learned this the other day. Some guy came in with some really good knowledge, man. And he said, you're here. And because you're here, you are trying to get to, reach the people at the top. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But the problem is you're trying to reach the people at the top. And now you get to that, you get that appointment with somebody at the top. And you're like, dude, how do I do this? Well, man, you got to put like 200,000. You're like, whoa, I ain't ready for that. Which his point was, so you got to, if you're at the 10, you're trying to get 20, you're forgetting about the 11s, the 12s. Those people can help you as well get to that 20 to where you want to get. Don't always try to go right away to the top of the person, but gradually make your way. And at the same time, there's people below you that want you to pull them up, and they have to still realize that's the same thing too, where you're at. So I looked at you when I got in the podcast game. I looked at you and a lot of other people doing your thing already. So that's why I was just reaching out and stuff, but I didn't take it personal, like, screw this person, screw that person. I knew I had to get in it as well to get notice and stuff, And
I'm glad you didn't take it personal. He could have been one of those guys that like, you ghosted me. I'm gonna put like a Fatell dartboard on my wall and like throw darts at Fatell's face every day.
Imagine a hit list behind this.
Like a hit list. People I'm gonna take out. Fatell's number 4, like coming soon. Like, but no, appreciate you. And I really don't remember, but either way, my bad. And it goes to show you the whole like how like what you say is true, because you never know who's who. And like, look at us, we're right here now. We're doing Chicano Hollywood.
But then when I seen you, I was like, you were like, hey, JR. I was like, how does this guy know who I am?
Well, because I've been watching you online, and to be honest with you, man, Noel G, the homie, man, Hector. Tried a couple years ago at the To Live and Die in LA event, and the one in LA Under the Bridge.
Yeah.
At that one, I know you were there, but we didn't get to connect that day. But I think Noel was trying to connect us that day.
Oh, okay.
But he was looking for. He's like, you don't know JR? And I was like, I don't think I met him. He's like, oh, I'm gonna put you guys together, but I think we didn't get to see each other. But even since then,
wow,
it was like one of those things where the universe was like, okay, we're in each other's radars, but it's like we haven't really connected yet.
Interesting, I didn't know that.
And then when we came together at the Horchata, that's when it was just like, all right, what's up, bro? Like, hey, you're not a catfish, bro. I know who you are, dog. What's up? You're real, bro. Whoop, there you are. Yeah, you're cool.
No, but isn't that cool though? Like, well, for me, it's cool. I like it, the reason why, like I said, because I looked up to you guys in a sense. You guys are doing their podcast. American Cholo.
Oh yeah,
all those guys. Like, Gil, when I seen Gil at an event, and I was about to go up to him. And he's all, JR, what's up, dude? And I was like, oh, hey, dude. Like I was like, because I was like, I'm looking at all these guys, even like the No Lames podcast, all these guys, they're street scholars. It was street scholars. I looked at everybody because I wanted to see what they were doing. And I wanted to be different and stuff. But it was cool to finally meet you and stuff and going through your page and being able to see like, okay, cool. I've been because I like your set. The way you set it up, I love it. I love the set.
It's really retro.
Yeah, I love it. You have your alcohol there and everything. I can't do that, but
don't trip. Well,
Johnny gets all mad.
We got a new set. Thank you, by the way. We have a new set coming in this new location in Van Nuys right now. And I want to shout out Bud Hut. They're one of our partners, man. They're a delivery service of cannabis in the Valley in LA. And I partnered with them, man. And shout out V and Bud Hut, because we came together and now we have a location together.
Wow.
We're in the Valley, a secure, private, secure location. I can see you before you even come in the gate. And I like that. It's like a fortress in a way, a secured fortress. And it's because it's like that, I can bring profile people in now. And not only that, I'm able to really pretty much just replicate what I already had before with my set, but to be honest with you, this is like the 2.0 version, and anyone when I unveil it, what it looks like right now, it looks even better than it did before.
Nice.
And it's just because I already built it. It's like when you build it once, you can do it again, but maybe even smarter and better now.
Yeah, you know what you need.
You know how to do it the right way, and if anything, you can evolve it, and that's kind of what I did. So it has that look still before, but now I don't really have the alcohol. I'm actually like on my like Californication soberness right now.
Oh, so, you are?
Yeah, I'm trying not to. I'm not perfect, but I'm really trying not to drink, bro. And
that's good.
Kind of time I might here and there, but for the most part, I'm not trying to drink. I really mean that, bro. Like last year, I did it for a while. Like I did about like 7-8 months last year, and I was able to go like to Vegas for multiple trips and be in pool parties in Las Vegas and not drink.
Wow.
And so that's why I knew it's about discipline and willpower, bro, and just being like pure, like, okay, I'm not gonna do this, and this is what I'm focused on right now, and I could be around all these drunk
Do you get people
people
saying, like, you're not fun no more, bro?
Nah, you know, I still be fun, bro. I just smoke hella weed. I smoke like Willie Nelson and Snoop Dogg reincarnated, bro. We hear, and I just smoke, bro. I'll be at the party. And if anything, I started leaning on alternatives to stay active at the party in my head, which is psyching myself out like I was drinking, even though I wasn't. So I'm like, at the party, hey, bro, can I get a ginger beer? And they're like, this one dude was like, Fatell. Bartender goes, Fatell, that's not an alcoholic beverage. I'm like, I know, bro. I just want to feel cool, bro. Yeah. Don't burst my bubble over here of soberness, bro. So like literally, like I just been on that. And I think I'm going more into that, and I just want to promote people out here that you can do anything your mind sets yourself on doing and accomplishing. And like right now, even being here, man, like we're doing something that we said we were gonna do. It's full circle, and I think it's a beautiful thing when you trust the process and the journey, man. And
no, I love it.
And we're here, man.
No, it's all about helping each other, man. You know, especially as being Chicanos, Latinos. I mean, I don't know, would you identify as Latino, Chicano, Hispanic?
Definitely Latino.
Okay.
Pop's Mexican, my mom's Latino and Italian, so I have this mix. But the thing is, I grew up a lot more Americanized, bro. I grew up.
So you're Chicano.
I have Cholo Primos that live right here in the area out here, bro. With like literally bald head, Dickies Cortez. Shout out to my primo. You know what time it is. You know, say Joey Rhymes. You know what I'm saying. But I was always the more like because I grew up with my mom, which is more English speaking. My dad was always working, getting master's degrees, provided for our family. So him and my dad's side of the family are more on the Spanish speaking. So I'm barely embracing the Spanish side of my heritage, bro, these last few years of my journey in this entertainment game, bro. And to be honest with you, bro, it's put steroids on everything that I've been hustling, bro, because it just opened up everything. And that's why I'm so appreciative of the Chicano Hollywoods of the world and like Let's Connect Nows of the world, Let's Connect LAs, and this is like a dope platform too, bro, where you can come out, you can like display what you have to promote, and not a lot of people are given those platforms nowadays, man. You listed a few, but how many are really about like empowering and giving who deserves it the platform?
No, definitely.
And it's not a lot, you know, and we need more of that. That's why artists and just business people are thriving and seek, I can go on this show or I can go on this show, because you can't really do that everywhere.
And how do you do that? How do you pick your guests and stuff?
I make them go through a boot camp. They have to run through like Ultimate Warrior Challenge. They have to get hit off of the ledge. And then I make Steph starts coming in and elbowing them. And if they can survive 2 minutes, you know, they get in the show. No, I really just base
basically in the field that you're in, right?
Yeah, I like what I like about my show, man, is I can interview anybody, bro. Like I've interviewed like NWA, DJ Yella to the world's most dangerous rap group, all the way to actors and politicians and athletes, bro, soccer players, football players, and it's just kind of shows me like one of Bob Marley's sons, reggae. So it's like Lupita Infante I interviewed, and she's singing her grandfather's music, which is everyone knows who her grandfather is, and it's just like for me to go all the way from banda to reggaeton to hip hop to like gangster rappers that can't even do an interview with me. I come with a dope ass question like, "Hey, bro, so back in this day on this time and this specific detail, what did it feel like?" They're like, word. Like,
I can't talk about it.
On God. I'm like, oh, geez, bro, this interview's over. I needed more time for the next question. I wasn't ready. I thought you'd have a better answer.
Right. I hate when they do that.
Yeah, it's like I'm interviewing the Migos or stuff, bro. It's like y'all don't even want to be here right now.
Oh man,
I just don't like artists or people that come on the show. You don't even want to talk. Just don't come on the show, bro. I'm not gonna say no names, but just
no. But is that crazy? Yeah. I want to go to your show. Yeah, put me on your show, and they come here, and then you're like, so man, you ask them a question that the answer is like a long answer they should be giving you.
Journalistic thought put into this question.
Yeah, and then they're like, and you're like,
that's what's up.
Dude.
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa, okay. And you're right. I've shortened people's interviews because of that. Yeah. Because if they're just giving you one answer type answers, when you're like, all right. And then afterwards, you're like, hey,
can we wrap this up?
Yeah. Hey, I thought you were usually longer. Oh, yeah, we are. But you answered everything. I was like, we're done.
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, I do that too because you want to bring guests on that interact with you. You have fun with you and stuff, and that's why I was nervous. I was like, dude, this guy interviews people, and I'm having him over here. Like, shoot, he's gonna be like analyzing me.
No, I had a couple questions for you. We'll do that at the end though.
Why?
Yeah, because I wanted to.
See, he's trying to flip it.
I want to turn the table like this. We'll wait till the end, though.
No, but so because some of the questions I wanted to ask you too, because I know that you've been on a lot of shows and stuff and done a lot of things, but how in the world are you managing all these hats, bro? I mean, you do so much stuff. Is it because you want to make sure that you have the control and a way of like of doing what you want to do? Because like I said, you have a podcast, you're an artist, I mean, and so on and so on and so on. So you have a lot of things that you're doing. But how do you manage? I see you have some people here right now helping you.
Yeah,
but
shout out to my team. Shout out Hazel, Steph. This is part of my media team, and then Hazel over here is an artist.
Yeah, she promised me she'll do the pictures for me.
Oh yeah,
at the Horchata with Oatmeal.
She should. Yeah. Well, let's follow up on that promise. Let's make sure we get those photos. We could do some outside the mall, outside Lazy Dog today.
Sweet.
But no, my team is what makes it a reality for me, man. Without my team, it would not be possible. I have tremendous support and partnerships in place, man, to be honest. And I do this full time, man. I've been doing it full time. When I say this, I mean what I love, meaning I don't punch a clock anywhere. I haven't worked a normal job for more years than I can remember by a lot. Dang. And I have kids and everything. And just that goes to show that goes to show that like I make this work, and meaning like my hustle, meaning my voice, meaning what I do that I love to do, which is communicate. I have a lot of assets that I realized over the years, like especially as I got older, man, that I've been able to now hone in on. And because I've been through it already, I know how to do it better than I ever have. And now I know how to just work smarter, not harder, as I'm getting older. And I think now that I'm in this state, I kind of hit this fork in the road now where my position is, bro, because I've already built an empire, and my foundation is like built of titanium, bro. It's so strong because how the hours I put in. They said it takes 10,000 hours to master something. I'm over that by so many. Whoa, bro. Like I look at people that say they put 10,000 hours. I'm like rookie. Wow. Rookie. And I mean that. I say that's one thing I say with my chest, bro, and I mean it on God. I mean it, bro. It's the truth, bro. God knows, bro. Like I put my time in this business, bro, in this game, whatever they want to call the game. I've put my time in, bro, and that's one thing where I could say I've dominated my competition, and I've dominated people that have like looked down on me from the beginning. They were like, "Oh, Fatell is all talk," or "Fatell's not going to do this. He's not going. Nothing's going to come from this." Or because I've had so much dirt thrown on my name over the years, bro. I've had people that were really close to me become frenemies. It became my worst enemies. That people that once had access to me that no longer do. Became what I call my best friends because they became my promoters, bro. Because they became word of mouth. Because word of mouth is free definitely. Promotion.
Oh hell yeah!
And go talk about me, bro. Because at the end of the day, bro, like I know who I am. God knows who I am, and I don't have to be perfect. However, like I live and learn, and I have conviction, and I learn from my mistakes.
That's right.
And if I ever wronged anybody, I do my best to make it a right. And just in general with life, I think because of all this knowledge, I'm at this point now with this fork in the road where like I have everything in front of me. I've been wanting it forever, and I've already lived so much life already. But it's crazy because most people, as you get a little older, your dreams, especially like my window, what I want to do, it gets smaller, right? It starts drifting away. It gets more less and less more real. It gets less realistic. And with me, bro, it's crazy because I'm getting a little older. I'm getting closer. That's the reason I'm still going, bro.
Yeah.
I would have been stopped, bro. I would have stopped this years ago if I wasn't getting that progress. I need to have that fuel and keep going. I'm not going to hit my head against the wall 10 million times and be like, oh, I'm going to get through 111. Like, no.
Because it's discouraging.
I've heard a lot of no's, bro. Don't get it twisted. I've heard so many no's over the years, bro. I got so many times people sold me dreams and told me this is going to happen, or I know this person. I'm this person this. I'm this person this. I'm this person that. I'm going to give this that. I'm going to give you this deal. Or I had this manager. I had so many managers over the years, bro. So many managers, businessmen, millionaires. I've had millionaires manage me, multiple, and I thought that wasn't me my way out. And then nothing happened from it.
Right.
I'm saying, and I'll say nothing happened from it, but financially, my life didn't go like. I've always been around money. I've been around opportunities, and even without having money, I always had found a way to be in the room with the people that only have money. And just because my energy was there already, and people already seen it in me since I was younger. They're like, "Oh, Fatell might not be there yet, but damn it, I see his energy, bro. He's gonna get there because he's determined." And that's I just been that since I was 15, 16 years old when I found hip hop, bro. When I found this love for this music, and now over the years, because I got into this hosting side, it just all coincides together, man. And I'm just like, I'm heading down this road, and I'm like, hosting, music, artists, directing, producing, event coordinating. I'm an interior designer too, bro. Damn it, I got really good at decor, bro. I'm not even lying. Like if I never did music or entertainment, that could have been a good backup plan for me. I could have done decor, bro, and literally did the interior designing, bro. Because I like even with my studio, like I'm like even this. You guys got skills in here too. I see what you did, bro. It's nice. Like,
I'm trying, man. We're a little tight. Tight.
You guys are dope, man. Like pay attention to details, man, and just in general, like I'm just creative, man, and I found a way to make my network my net worth. So now I'm about closing deals. I'm about like I said, working smarter, and now it's the focus is on putting all my assets out to the world, meaning all my IP, all my intellectual property, all my music catalog, which is extensive, bro. I got hundreds of songs, bro. I've accumulated over the years of doing this, and a lot of them aren't even out yet. Like majority of my catalog is not out, accessible to the world.
Do you put it out based on what is hot at the moment? Like, like right now, what is hot? Like what is this generation listening to right now? What is it they want?
I think they want that new album, Kaboom, man. They want to go get that album, Kaboom, right now. Latino, No Limit Latin in the building, man. Fatell, Hazel, Donald X.R. Robertson. That Kaboom is out right now. Y'all go get that. It's on frenziebroadcasting.com exclusively. For download, it's going to be coming out May 26th. Yep. I'm sorry, May 23rd, my bad. May 23rd, it'll be available on all DSPs. So, like, I'm dropping the Latin album right now, and then I'm pretty much dropping my whole catalog throughout the year. I plan on dropping like 60 to 70 songs this year. Wow. That's what I had announced as my goal top of this year. Like, in December of last year, I was already planning this year in advance, and then my goal was to drop that many records this year.
Right.
And I'm not even a quarter into that yet. So like this first album, Kaboom, this is the first release of that set of tracks. That's like there's 11 records on this one. So you gotta think there's still 50 more records that I plan on releasing this year.
Damn.
At least 40 something at least. So they're already done. So now it's about, like I said, just pacing them out throughout the summer, as well as some other artists.
Are they going to be all on like a Spotify and all that?
Yeah, everywhere. Yeah, so we have our own record label. We have our own major distribution.
See, this guy has everything, dude. All in-house.
Yeah.
But that's the purpose, right?
I do everything. Yeah, I had to develop our own platforms, man, from the radio to the music, and
isn't that what you have to do? Because lately, you've heard this through other artists, and sitting down with other people, people saying like, the record label did me wrong. Well, the stories when you see the NWA movie and all these, how they got all ripped off, TLC, all these people got ripped off and stuff. Yeah. So now you've always seen artists now doing their thing, building their own labels, building their own empires, and getting their own music out themselves, and not really using these big names anymore, right? Is that what they're doing now?
Well, yeah, I think for the most part, it's an independent world we're living in. It's a great time for the artists as far as independently, because you can compete with the majors. And when I say that, don't think it's easy though. It's not easy. It sounds easier than it is, but there's the Russes of the world and some of these artists like that that've independently just figured it out. Like another great example is like the Tech Nines of the world out of Kansas City. Tech Nine mastered the independent game. There's artists that have done it. And to this day, that's why they still have a living going from it. Because if you have a core following, they're going to follow you. And you don't need to have millions of followers. You can have thousands and tens of thousands of followers. And if they're loyal, that can get you by the rest of your life.
Right, exactly.
Because they're going to grow old with you, and they're going to stay buying your merch, your products, your shows, whatever you're doing, whatever you're involved with, they're going to support. And like now I have like I could say I have hundreds of supporters like that right now for me. So if I drop a T-shirt, they're going to go buy it. If I drop a album, they're going to go get it. If I say I'm doing an event, they're going to come. And it's like now it's about multiplying that because now I have everything built. And I almost feel like it's time to like pull the curtain back, man, because it's like I've been like being kind of a hoarder, man, with my life's work, to be honest with you. And it all has reasoning, I guess, of why I've been holding all this music and all this stuff. But it's like now is the time I'm like, okay, let's open the gates. Like let's let the floodgates come out. And it's gonna be kind of overwhelming as it starts to flow right now because it'd be like, damn, now I see how much work this dude really put in, and it's gonna like start like being like, okay, he really did this. Yeah. Because it's gonna like, dog, I want to be dropping music for years from now, and I don't have to even get in the studio. That's how much music I have. So it's like,
I have a question. What's your take on this? You said you want to do music for many years. I have people that have literally told me, "Why are you still doing that, bro? Why don't you leave that to the younger generation?" I'm like, "What? What are you talking about? Leave it to the younger generation? Everybody that's on radio or still big time." They're our age. Look at Big Boy and all these people, you know, doing their thing. You know, they're our age. You know, and they made that comment because they're saying, "Oh, you should leave the podcast to the younger generation. The younger generation wants to listen to the younger generation." I'm like, no, the younger generation needs to learn from the older generation, from us that have been through it, made things. You know, I don't really see any younger generation doing actually really putting in a lot of the work. I think they all want it easy right now. This generation wants it real easy, but I feel I'm learning to recognize new artists because of like the Spotify's and the Apple Music, and I'm noticing them and starting to listen because I don't know who they are, but you've been in the game so long, and even hearing your story right now, I think what people need to get out of it is that it's the grind that you have. I mean, you didn't just like say, "Hey, I want to do all this stuff," but you knew you had to put these things in place because in order for you to make it, to eat, you know, and to actually even feed other people that you have on your team as well, you know. So I'm just saying, like, you say, "I want to keep doing this till I'm older," and you just keep grinding, but that's amazing, bro. Like,
it's a lifestyle, bro. I look, for example, look at Snoop Dogg, bro.
There's no retirement, right?
Look at Snoop Dogg. You want an example? Look at Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg became like Kris Kringle. He's like Santa Claus. He's a household name like Santa Claus. Everyone around the world knows Snoop Dogg.
That's
bro.
right.
Every country knows Snoop Dogg. Like,
he's at the Olympics.
This dude is smoking at the Olympics, bro, with Martha Stewart in the kitchen, dog. Like, shout out Martha, man. We got a reference of her and Snoop on the new album Kaboom with Carolyn Rodriguez. Shout out Sunshine Hazel. But man, bro, I just feel like that's why it's really important to stay connected to the source of why you got passionate about your craft in the first place. You know, as far as keeping that energy, man, to have the willpower to push through all the no's, like I said earlier, and all the disappointment with what comes with setting up a podcast in this dope location like you have here, or like, you know, me having a label or artist or throwing my podcast together. There's a lot goes into it. And not only that, but like, why do we keep going, right? We have to see something to give us motivation to keep going. And to us, I know, I'm pretty sure for you it's the same thing. It's you see reactions from people. Right. People give you good feedback. Right? Hey, JR, bro, you doing your thing, bro. I like the... And I know that about you, bro. Because I'm giving you, if you haven't heard it, hey, yo, JR, you doing your thing, bro. Like, real talk. And you are, bro.
It's been good since I met you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And like, I think that's, for me, what is kind of like fuel in the tank, you know what I'm saying? Especially as I'm getting older, bro. Like, I still have a lot of energy left, bro. Like, I'm not done yet, bro. And to be honest with you, I feel like, I've been saying it lately, bro. It's kind of crazy. It's actually biblical, bro. There's been characters in the Bible that got it later in life. And then just same with like, say, this kind of sounds stupid, like the KFC, Colonel Sanders discovered KFC later in life, bro, and the Walmart guy came up with Walmart later in life, bro, and like
McDonald's,
yeah,
50
but that's
years
what I'm
old,
saying, bro. Like, I'm not saying I'm gonna be 50, dog, but I still got a few left in my 30s, dog, and I'm about to get it, and it's crazy because I would have thought it would happen a lot earlier for me in life as far as the next level, what I've been seeking. But to be honest with you, bro, I trust the process, and I can truly acknowledge and say that it would have probably been self-destructive for me, because I wouldn't have been in the mindset to have the clarity I have now, where I'm even in this mindset to have this conversation, bro. I would have just became my own worst enemy, bro, and access would have been my downfall. And whether it's alcohol, whatever it was, bro, you know, and
because that was gonna be my next question. I was gonna ask, like, why do you think you're not where you should be, but you just answered it. Like, sometimes we're not ready for it mentally, you know, because if God would give you that money at that time right now, you would go splurge on something and then
kill yourself.
Have nothing. Yeah.
It's like people that, like, you know, they come up and they get money all of a sudden and they become drug addicts because they have all this access now. And now you get every drug. You know, you get anything you want. Oh, what do you want? Oh, anything under the sun. It's like, now look at your whole life goes down. And it's like, damn, when you had no money, you didn't have the access, it wasn't a problem. But now you have to worry about, I don't need to drink right now. Because alcohol is always around, or all these other substances. And it's like, I just feel like I trust that, man. I really believe that. And I just, I'm grateful for the process, man, and know that I'm still here. I've lost a lot of people around me that I started with, man. Recently, I just lost another mentor of mine. And like, overall, like, there's people that I was with that are no longer here. And I'm like, there's only a handful of people that are still here. Even though I know a lot of people, there's only a couple. That's why I love my team so much, man, because like, I'm like, we're like the Avengers, bro. We all got a power, bro. I'm going to come in like Doctor Strange. You come in like, you know what I'm saying, Spider-Man, boom, psh, like, and everybody plays a role. And it's cool because like no one steps on each other's toes and everyone respects each other's skill set and what they bring to the table. But
let's talk about teams, because you know, when you do pick a team, because I know people that get tainted in the industry that they're in. They feel like they can't trust people. You know, like, oh, man, this person's done me dirty. This person has done me dirty. But what they don't realize that it's business too. You know, we're in the business world. You know, people do have their own agendas. You know, and they are going to have their own agendas. Even people coming to you, they're going to have their own agenda to get next to you and to want to, you know, utilize you for whatever you might have. And that's just us as we grow and been in the industry for a while. We kind of filter those people out. You know what I mean? We could tell who's really real with us, who just wants to be a part of the hype with us and stuff. And so how are you determining your people right now? Because I know like you probably went through a lot of people to have the people you have right now.
Man, I went through multiple teams, man, several teams over the years. Even with Frenzy Broadcasting, my company, we started during the pandemic, and my team right now that's active is not the team that I started with. The only person that's still there from that beginning was Ilani. Shout out Ilani. She helped me with facilitating a location in 2020, which enabled me to really build out this company as far as having a studio space to build these sets that I built that you like and all this stuff. She helped me. She housed that for me and partnered with me, and I'm grateful for her. Shout out to her. And that enabled me now to have all these interviews under my belt that I've done over the years and all these guests. And now I got this new location. It's the next chapter. And it's just a beautiful thing, man. I think with the team right now, shout out Hazel, man. He does all my editing, my filming. This guy is my right hand. He does literally everything for me. Whatever I'm sure you have a person like that, whoever that is for you, that he does that for me. He does filming, editing, graphic design. He's an artist, you know what I'm saying? He does beats, records, mixes, masters.
Dang, man.
He does 3D animation for vectors.
Serious?
Yeah, he does vectors and stuff, like
self-taught. Dang,
he does all that. He's kind of a nerd in a way too, which I like it. Hey, he talks like a little urban, but he's a nerd, but in a good way though. When I say that, like, he's smart and he really is.
That's good.
He's adequate with his profile, man. He knows what he's doing. For sure, man. This guy is definitely a key to the team. Shout out to Hazel, man. And then Steph over here helps with all the media, the filming. And I just have an organization around me, man, from my distribution partner to my label, Master P, No Lemon Latin, Chicano Hollywood. Like, hello, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Johnny as well, man, and you as well, JR.
No, and Johnny always talked highly of you, dude.
Oh, I know. Johnny always talked so much love, man. I got a lot of love for his whole family, actually.
It was one of those moments again. Okay, you said you were at an event Noel wanted to introduce.
Yeah.
Okay, so me and Johnny were at some expo thing in LA, and you were on your way to meet him there. And I was like, okay, cool. I could finally meet him. But then I had to leave. And I even asked Johnny, did Fatell, did he show up? He goes, yeah. And I go, dang. It was like it was always those moments where we were supposed to.
I met him. It was the one in L.A. Yeah.
Booths.
Yeah,
like
the technology, whatever.
Yeah, something. Yeah, I was waiting too. I was like, okay, cool, he's on his way, and then he goes, oh, he's running a little late. I'm like, oh, dang, okay, I gotta get going, dang, because I wanted to meet you there.
Oh, Massey, I didn't know.
Yeah, crazy. It's crazy, dude.
We were like, the universe was like, eventually y'all gonna just come together and it's gonna go up. Like it's bound to happen.
But no, I'm glad you have a great team, man, and that's what's important, man. We have to surround ourselves around the right people because people that want to get in this industry, whether it's music, acting, producing, writing, graphic design, anything, just. You got to have a strong team around you, man, and people around you that are going to uplift you, and encourage you to be better and to do better. Because right now, you're the head of it. You're the one steering the vision of it and everything. And sometimes it gets a little tiring for you. Sometimes as men we question ourselves. Like why? Oh my God, it hasn't happened.
Why am I doing this?
Why am I doing this? But the people we have around us encourage us, to help uplift us. And that's important.
Yeah, there'd be days, man. Even if I'm Superman, bro, Superman gets tired sometimes too, bro. I tell people all the time, that's my metaphor, bros. Hey, bro, even Superman can get tired, bro. He get hit with a kryptonite gun. Superman be in the corner like this, all looking like he needs some backup. So that's why I love my team, because there'd be those days where I'm down, and because eventually, man, our bodies we're like cars. If every car runs out of gas, what happens, bro? You're gonna go down.
Yeah.
He needs an oil, he needs a tune up, he needs an oil change, a spark plug. Like you gotta take a day to rest, right? And you always say even Jesus rested on Sunday, right? You gotta take Sunday off, bro. You gotta be at least. That's where you gotta take that balance in life, man. And that's one thing that I think I'm trying to at least be cognitive to get better at. And I'm mindful of trying to improve, getting better with balance. And I think once I master balance, I'm gonna be all the way good with the rest of my life. And that's one thing I'm trying to get better at, because family, my kids. Making time for things that matter in this world. Why we do what we do? Why do we do all this? Why is there a Chicano Hollywood? It's for our families. It's to put on for our loved ones and our communities and people around us that deserve it and that we care about, and uplifting them. And it's like sometimes in what we do with this hustle, it's easy to get lost in the sauce, man, because we get so focused on. We have a list. I know you're probably like me. You're probably like detail oriented. You probably have a list. You're like, okay, I gotta do all these things.
Every day.
I could tell. So
every day, bro.
Imagine balancing that out with being a father, and now you're like, oh God, what we do here is not. It's kind of the opposite. It's not really pro. I'm a family man.
Right.
This being a creative is an entertainer is an entertainer. A lot of entertainers are Rolling Stones. They're Papa was a Rolling Stone. I hate to say it, but it's like. Being a Rolling Stone, being an entertainer, and being a family guy, there's so much confliction where that's where that balance has to be found in between that. And that's what I've been trying to get better at, bro, is being Raymond, which is Raymond's not Fatell. Raymond Baldonado Jr. is who
What's your name, Raymond?
Raymond.
That's my real name.
Your real name's Raymond?
I never say it. No one knows.
Don't say that. Don't play. Everybody loves Raymond.
Yeah. Right, Monica?
Yeah.
She's right there? No? Oh, she left. Oh, man. I was going to say,
yeah. So Raymond Baldonado Jr. and then Fatell is Fatell. Not that it's so crazy because it's easy to be Fatell all the time because Fatell is who I am. It became so much of everything of who I am, bro. But at the end of the day, Raymond is a father, and Raymond is a son, and Raymond doesn't have to be turned up. Raymond can be, what's up, man? I'm chilling. I don't have to be on.
Oh, yeah. No, when I go home, too, my family, they're like, everybody, like, when we're out here, oh, it's JR, and I go home, they're just like, hey, throw out the trash and do this. It's like, it's a whole different world. You're you. You know what I mean? I gotta be a father. I gotta be a husband. I gotta go do the things.
You're not a podcaster right now, JR.
I'm not a podcaster. She don't care.
Put the mic down.
I've been told that. Don't try to talk to me as one of your guests or something. I'm like, oh, shoot.
There's a light switch. Let's turn that down.
I mean, you're right. I mean, it's learning to. That's why I used to tell people when I did JR on the crew, we had 4 hosts, all of us. We would go at it with each other and stuff. But I would tell them, like, hey, we leave it here, though. Once the camera's done, but it was said to make fun of you, blah, blah, blah. We just leave it here, boom, walk off. And it was cool. Everyone was cool. We said we had to say, and then right when the podcast was over, we walked off. All right, see you next week, man. All right, see you later, man. And it was cool.
Like nothing happened.
Nothing happened. It was for the show. Everything was for the show and stuff. And then when we got along perfect outside as well. But another thing I want to ask is what is you're juggling many hats.
Yeah.
But what do you want people to know specifically what you do and what you're known for? Because you said you were a kid, you were into the rap music.
Yeah, so being an artist is what got me into this industry in the first place, being a rapper. When my early years, that was my only goal. It was just Young Fatal, bro. I'm going in and I'm rapping.
Who named you that?
I got that name from, it was originally Fatal Fury, which is a video game called Fatal Fury. And that's where I got the name first. I was trying to find rap names years ago. I was like, I'm going to find a rap. I'm going to figure out a rap name. I remember being in the room with my sisters, and they were like, I was even throwing names back and forth. I had a whack-ass name, TikTok. Like, what is that? My sister was like, no, I literally had a name TikTok. It was before TikTok, bro. I swear to God.
What?
Yeah, that was one of my names. I even have it scribbled on one of my old, like, TikTok. And then it was going to be like, my time is now type thing. That was just lame. And I had a few other names. And I remember finding, like, Fatal Fury. I was like, that's cool. It's a video game. So then I ended up keeping going with Fatal Fury, but then I ended up dropping the Fury shortly after, so it was just Fatal.
Yeah, Fatal.
And then all my homies at the time I was doing music in Compton. I was taking the train from Lancaster, where I was staying, all the way out to downtown Union Station, and I was taking the train into Compton to do music. I had access to a studio with some gangsters in LA at that time, being a kid, and it was back before it was hard to get in the studio back then. It was not like now. And I was able to get in the studio and start making my music, and they started calling me Young Fatal. And through that, and so I stayed with Young. I actually got Young Fatal tatted on my knuckles. I got Young Fatal. So since I was young, I had that on me. And after a while, I dropped the Young. It was just Fatal. And then I got in a record deal, and then after that deal was over, I wanted to kind of rebrand myself a little bit. And I was like, I'm going to go by Fatell. Because even when I was Young Fatal, even since the Young Fatal days, I'd be like in my raps like, Fatell, about to blow. Oh, like, because Fatell to me was like the same as Fatal as fatality. It's like Mortal Kombat. Get over here. Like, you about to kill him.
Get over here.
Yeah, it's like, I'm about to end the game. Like, I'm about to take over. Like, it's over. So I just started going by Fatell. And then that's what kind of determines, I guess, how long you known me. Some people still call me Fatal. Some people call me Fatell. One person called me Fatelli. I felt disrespected. I was like, "How dare you, bro? What does it sound like? I'm at the bodega getting an Italian sub. I'm like, what is this, bro? You got me messed up, B. Oh man, but yeah, I heard, yeah. Don't still call me Fidel. Yeah, no Castro. You know what I'm saying? I heard people call it Fatall. Like all type of things, bro.
It was hard for me too. I was trying to figure it out.
Butcher my name like the deli.
I was just calling you Raymond. Hey, Raymond.
Hey, what's up, Raymond? Everyone loves me. Hello, Raymond, connected.
So you want people to know you, even though you do a lot of different things. It's as an artist. As
I would say,
a music artist.
The artist got me into it, but now I say with the hosting and also like just to be honest with you, man, my biggest thing I want my legacy to be about is about uniting people, man. I want to use my platform, whether it's the music or the radio or whatever I do, bringing other artists out and getting behind other artists that I'm stamping and producing and getting out to the world promoting. Regardless of what it is I got my hands in, because I do all these things, it needs to be directed in the source of that's going to be the light, and the source of that's going to be unifying people and uniting people. And that's why, like, I'm pushing like my agenda is like a Rasta, bro. I literally have like a Bob Marley type of agenda, like as far as like, the peace and the love and the unity, how I want to bridge gap with culture and try to end this division as at least the most I can. Whatever damage I can do to reverse the damage, you know what I'm saying, and invoke some love, man, and be like, yo, we about to do something positive out here and bring people together. And don't matter if you're black, brown, yellow, green, purple, like, you know what I'm saying, even Barney can get it, Grimace can get it, hello, like, everybody is one. We all bleed the same blood. And I even have music coming out that's like some of my more like a legacy anthem type of like what I feel proud about records that are like just unifying people. One's called Colorblind, and that song coming out is with my artist Nikio, and has a live violinist on there as well, and with the artist we work with, one of the other artists. And shout out to Hazel on that one, helped out with the production too. And just records like these are just world-changing records that I try to bring to my flavor, but also I'm going to start delivering these in a way where it's like it's actually receivable, especially by the youth. Because that's the thing, bro, is like you can give this youth, this next generation, the same message, but who's the one giving the message? You know what I'm saying? Who's the teller, right? And because it's like, who's the messenger? Because for example, if there's someone here that they don't relate to saying something to them, they're not gonna listen to it no matter what. It could be the most realest thing in the world. It could be factual, but then it's gonna out one ear out the other, right?
Right.
But then like if they relate to you, if you look a certain way or they identify with you, your story, whatever it is, now they're gonna actually take it with some weight on it, and they're gonna be like, okay, let me just hone in on this, and that's when you can get to people. And I feel like I don't like to force feed. I'm not here to be classified as a certain type of genre of artist. I just really know that I have something for everybody, and I think that the fact that I'm an artist that got into radio, that now is doing directing, filming, producing, helping the next generation of talented artists around me with everything I've learned from myself over the years as an artist. I feel like that's really my legacy. And not only that, but like I said, the main focus is uplifting and one love energy, man, is really the goal here.
No, I love it because, you like you said, you have your platform, and then we have the Chicano Hollywood platform, and the beauty of it is bringing it together, showcasing each other, and by us even being here together, we might gain followers from you. You're going to gain followers, people that might not have known about you in the Chicano Hollywood scene, and Chicano Hollywood's been doing that a lot lately. Like myself yesterday being at an event with Nosotros. I mean, I don't know if you ever heard of Nosotros, but Nosotros, and there was a young lady I was next to. We were doing some check-in stuff, and she's like, "What's Chicano Hollywood? You're Chicano Hollywood?" And I'm like, "What? You don't know what Chicano Hollywood is? And you're part of Nosotros?" And she's like, "Yeah, but what is it?" And I had to share with her, but that's what it's weird, but people still don't know, So we have a great platform. You have a great platform, but by us coming together as Latinos,
it's stronger.
It's just a stronger movement. We could reach more people together. You hear that? You could go far by yourself, but you could go even further with more people. So that's what it's all about. And I think now is the time for us to really start locking arms and us promoting everything you got.
That I use that term, locking arms. Yeah,
and just really start promoting each other, helping each other, because that's what it's about. I mean, we can't go into things having a pie mentality. There's room for everybody. There's an audience for every type of genre. You know what I mean? You just got to get there and do it. And you have a new album coming out, or album, right?
Yeah,
a new album, like you said.
The Latin album is here. It's coming
out. You brought Hazel.
Hazel in the building.
You still want to bring him in?
Yeah, we got definitely. I think did he fall asleep over there? We
he fell asleep.
We got to take a break and come back. Or he's gonna bring him in?
No, we're gonna take a quick break.
Okay.
And then we'll bring him in right now. All right,
let's get it.
All right, so we'll be right back, real quick.
Baila ritmo, que ya te sientes algo en cada nota. Baila ritmo, no estás sola en la pista. Aquí estoy. Baila, mami, shake it like Shakira. In the mirror, she don't care. Let me paint a perfect picture.
Yeah. I'm not supposed to dance to this. I got a lot of space. I'm just gonna lean like this.
Putting arms up.
I got one arm out.
Weekend at Bernie's or what? You do weekend at Bernie's or
like
what?
a half a Bernie.
We on, dude?
Yeah.
Oh, we're on. All right.
Hello.
All right, guys. Welcome back. So, Fatell, who do we have?
Oh man.
Who do we have, man?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, coming to the podcast live. We have Hazel of No Limit Live.
Yeah, I love it, man.
You like that? That was my ring announcer voice. You like that? I had to switch it up on. That wasn't my radio.
You got to work for the boxing.
Yeah, I gotta.
Boxing ring.
Conor McGregor coming to the ring. We'll do it.
So how did this all come together? Because I know you said that you do a lot behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
A lot behind the scenes stuff, but now you're actually going in the front, bro.
I mean, it's been a lot of years in the making, to be honest with you. I met Fatell, probably like 8 years ago.
Oh wow!
And we honestly met on some other things, and
tell them how we met, man.
We actually met through.
Was it a secret or what?
No, I don't say the way he sounded. It sounded so suspect. I'm like, please clarify this, bro. My publicist is looking at me like, we need clarification on this.
He was working at the at Dash
Radio.
Oh, Dash. Okay.
Yeah, I had a show at Dash. Yeah,
and I met him there. I was out there doing some work for Pomona Dre. I was out there filming, and I ran into Fatell. And so we just did that, that gig, and we left off on cool terms and everything. That it was just like a hand in there because I was just there to film, And it turns out about like a month later, we had this event,
the GERD Awards,
the GERD Awards
on the yacht,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Shout out to Cuzzo.
Yeah, we were on the yacht, and Mr. Capone taking pictures of me and videos of Mr. Capone.
I mean, everybody was on that yacht. You know what I'm saying? And out of all the crazy people that I ran into was Fatell.
Man.
All the crazy
Pleasure to meet you, sir.
And in all honesty, we clicked, because, great minds think alike.
That's right.
And we got to the point, you know what I'm saying? And that's really how it went down. After all that, ever since then, it's been filming music videos. We did it for probably like a year. And then, we sat back and we thought about it. It was like, hey, we both do music. He's been doing music. I've been doing music. I've never ran into him when I was youngin', but we were around the same circle. And, we just finally now decided to get together and do some, dual damage,
Do Kaboom.
And Kaboom came out.
Tick,
And basically, we got a lot of records on this album, man. That's
11 hot ones.
real hot.
11.
Yeah, 11. We got a few that stand out real hard, too, that are really good, yeah.
So how hard was it to decide which song was go on the record?
It was pretty effortless, to be honest. We just started, we cooked up for a little over a year. We just on and off.
I think it was more like we just had fun with it, honestly.
Yeah, that was the main thing. We had fun.
Well, you got to have fun doing it.
This was we did this together in the process of doing all our other projects, me doing post-production with these other shows we had, in between me working on my other album or our other artists and other clients we bring in through the business. And because I said we do a lot of different things together on the business level. So
right.
Through all that, we just, in between time, we would just have time in the studio where we book a session, or at his house, he has a home studio set up. A lot of his records, I think he wanted to say, were made at what time, bro? What time did we make some of these records on the album?
Usually our prime time was like 2:00
in the morning.
In the morning.
Not in the afternoon.
And that's barely getting started. So
oh wow.
I'm talking about feeling good though, feeling like Kobe coming out Mamba focused.
It's like this
laser
this
focused.
was the procedure because since Fatell's been moving in and out from different locations, and now we're getting a new location with the
Van Nuys
party and Van Nuys.
Yeah.
So what we would do is we would go and come over there at my studio, and then we'll start working on some of the edits over there at my house. You know what I'm saying? My studio. And so I'm a piano fiend. I like to hit the keys and stuff
really
and
good,
everything.
yeah.
And so while something's like loading, we're multitasking. I'm hitting the keys over here, and then I hear Fatell, just freestyling like crazy, and I'm like, you know what, that should be a record. So there we are, like 2:00 in the morning.
That's how all the records came out like that. That's pretty much exactly how
we're
every song
not
came
done
out.
until like 6:00 in the morning.
What's going on, bro? He lives in Ontario. I gotta go from Ontario back to San Fernando. It's like 6 a.m. I'm like, I gotta still drive home like an hour, homie. Oh my god. I get home, I'm like playing it what we did on the way in the car ride home. I'm like, oh, we did that. Like
that's funny.
He's calling me like if it's like 6, I get home like 7, and I go to bed. I wake up at like 11, and he's already calling me like, "Hey, bro, I'm already mixing on the record." I'm like, "Bro, like this guy's a beast." He's like, "Hey, I'm up and I'm mixing right now." Like,
oh
good
wow,
job,
man!
bro.
No, I love it, man. I can tell you guys the chemistry. I see. I hear a little bit of the samples that you guys put on the social media and stuff, and I resharing it and stuff. And then of course we just showed the video and stuff. So what more can people expect from you guys? This is not just gonna be it, right?
Oh
There's
no,
gonna be
we're
more.
do a lot together. So he's actually gonna have a solo album
project
coming out
All
under
right.
No Limit Latin as well. He does the reggaeton, and he's the reggaeton guy.
Okay, I love that.
I
love reggaeton.
A lot of my
dance.
Latin influence with the music is coming from this guy right here. To be honest with you, because I'm such a hip hop guy, and I like rock music, hip hop, old school, Motown is my era. I just like music and just in general. And this guy really helped get me into the Latin side of this business, man. With over this last couple of years working more with him. because he's a full like reggaeton artist.
I love it.
And but he comes from hip hop too though. So it's kind of like that's where he has an understanding and love for it too. Yeah. And that's kind of where that mesh was so perfect. It was a good marriage, because now it's like I'm getting Latin influence even more now with lyrics, with Spanish, with production, and just getting other fully Spanish speaking artists on records with me now. And I'm doing Spanglish. And then the young me would look like, Fatell, you crazy. You rapping on cumbia beats? Like, you rapping on reggaeton, bro? Like, regional Mexican production or like bachata, merengue? Like, what? Like, I come from hip-hop, bro. I come from battle rapping. I rap. I will diss your mama and your sister in articulate fashion. So let's go.
Articulate fashion.
You see Eminem and 8 Mile? Yes, it was like that. The more disrespectful and witty we can get, the better with lyrics. I come from that, bro, and hard hip hop. And I know I have a doctorate, PhD in hip hop, bro. I know everything. I know the first rap song I ever played on the radio was Sugar Hill Gang Rapper's Delight.
Dang.
I know about Rakim. I know about Eric B. Run DMC's my favorite group, bro. Like, I know hip hop. And like, for me now to take all of that and then all the artists in the hip hop genre that I've worked with, the legends from rest in peace to Chino XL. I got records with Chino XL. Rest in peace, Gangsta Boo, 3-6 Mafia. I got records with her. The Outlaws, Tupac's group. I have multiple records with them. That's Edie Amin's my brother. Like, I've got Razkaz. Like, I've got to work with legends, bro. And this is all like because of this network that I've developed through the radio, through all these other things I do. Not just only the music, but it came back into it. So now me having all of that, and then now I'm doing Latin music with this Kaboom project.
I love it,
like, bro, I'm all over the board. We could do a little bit of everything. I might have a country project coming. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Got
a barbecue square in my white t-shirt.
Square
you know what I'm saying? Don't play with me. Hello, we in here. But we out here. And like, I'm not gonna do a country album. I was just for clarification. Fatell is not doing a country album. But
some ideas.
Exactly.
Oh man, but next week, Hines. Check this out, JR.
Don't play with me. Get me in the studio with like Neil McCoy or something, man. Garth
Johnny
Brooks,
Cash.
we can hook it up.
Hell yeah.
Man.
Look at this guy. He's so
Fatell can do it.
You gotta be, hey man, Lil Nas X can do it. I can do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm motivated. But no, it's just a time right now where independent is the game, and I just love my team. I love our partnerships. Chicano Hollywood being one. Shout out to you, JR, again for having us on your platform. I greatly and humbly appreciate the love and the platform you sharing. And just in general, man, I want to really push this agenda of just, if you want something, go make it happen. It's not going to happen on your clock. It's on God's time. Just remember that. You can look at your clock and think, oh, why is this not happening as I wanted it to? But just know God has the vision of why that is. And we don't always see it until it's already happening or it's already passed. And I've been blessed to see things before they even happen. I'm a visionary, man. I could truly say that I could see things fully defined before they're even created or started. Like I see them done. And that's why I'm like, I already see where we're going. I felt blessed. I wake up every morning, bro. I could truly say, bro, I'm excited about life because I didn't mean it, bro. With my soul, I'm full of life. I'm full of joy. I'm full of love.
You can see it. You can hear it.
I just turned 30. I just turned 37, bro. And I feel like I'm like 17, dog. Like my energy's there. Like I feel like I'm about to come out of high school. Like I'm about to barely go pro. That's where my energy's at, and I mean that, bro. And with all my soul, my life, because I've put the time in, and now it's about me getting the fruits of my labor and be able to see through everything I started so many years ago.
Love it.
And now that I have the team around me, bro, I'm in positions to give opportunities to the people that deserve it. And we gotta get JR on the after party show.
Yes.
This has to happen.
Yes.
We gotta get him on the after party show. And I'm gonna make sure we have some non-alcoholic beverages for JR.
What?
Yeah,
some water.
We'll make some agua.
My mom's agreeing with you. Why do you say that, dude?
Mom, yes.
Right? We're gonna get some water, some sparkling water.
Yeah. Get some agua. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? A little lemon. You know what I'm saying? Hello.
No, man. Thank you guys so much for coming on, man. I really appreciate you, man.
Appreciate
you came a long way. It means a lot because a lot of people won't do it. You know, they want us to go to them. But thank you. Where can people find the album? Where can they listen to certain things? Where can they find you? You as well, Hazel?
Well, first off, Hazel, tell them where to follow you at, man.
You guys can follow me at Hazel Official Music. That's my IG. Or you guys can just check me out at www.hazelofficialmusic.com.
And then hit them up. And then I need everybody to go to frenziebroadcasting.com. That's FRENZEE broadcasting.com and get the album Kaboom. Get my album Resilient, exclusively sold there. We're going straight to consumer exclusively. You can't get the albums on any DSPs. We're going straight to consumer. We're taking the power back to the artist. If you want it, you gotta get the full thing exclusively there and there only. So that's where you get that. And other than that, it will be out on DSPs. The EP version of Kaboom, which is the short version of it, half of it will be available on DSPs May 23rd. And we also are doing a launch party in Hollywood at the old Playhouse Club Bahia. Got Power 106 in the building.
Wow,
it's gonna be lit. We're going to be performing, showing the album off. And then also this Friday, we're going to be doing the album listening party, studio session over here in North Hollywood with Neighborhood Watch with the homies John and them. They got involved with the Horchata and Oat Milk movie. So shout out them, So all them are going to be involved too. And I'm just looking forward to everything, man. Like I said,
that sounds great, man.
It's only the beginning. It's only the beginning.
Hell yeah.
We everywhere like air. We're in here like swimwear, out there like mouth gear. I love y'all. Hello. Like,
see you guys next week. We out.
You know what I'm saying?